Hey. Hey, I had a great time getting to know you, but I feel like we're not quite the right match. I think you're awesome and I wanted to be upfront so we're both on the same page. Wishing you the best.
Honestly, you were shorter than me, so I agree. Haha. Way to lie about your height. Short king energy. Clearly, I'm like way more attractive than you, and honestly, you didn't ask me any questions about myself. You just talked and talked like I thought the whole point was getting to know each other. Haha. Maybe don't lie about your height on your profile. That would be good. Lol.
The classic, how can I possibly save my ego? I know, I'll just insult the person that told me it's not gonna work out. It always goes well. Also, clearly I'm more attractive than you, which is why you broke up with me. Yeah, right, that logic's holding. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. We are going to be returning once again to r/Nicegirls today, the home of girls that be nice. They be real nice, too nice, one might say. So nice, in fact, that they're not nice at all. Crazy. A couple things I wanted to mention before we begin today. First of all is that I actually won't be live this Thursday. Me and Leo are going to be taking a week off for a well-needed holiday, so no live stream this week. So apologies to anybody that might have wanted to watch that. That won't be happening this week. The other thing I just wanted to quickly mention, I'll talk about this more in depth at the end of the video, but basically, if the video seems slightly different, things look or feel a bit different or sound a bit different, anything like that, basically, I'm quitting Adobe. I'm getting rid of all Adobe products. That's Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, Audition, literally like every part of my workflow for making YouTube content. I'm cutting Adobe out of it. I'll talk again in more depth about the reasons for that at the end of this video if anybody is curious about that. But I just wanted to mention that. Hopefully nothing will be worse in the interim of me learning new software. If anything, they might be a little bit better, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that is something I am doing, so bear with me while the content transitions a little bit through this phase. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we?
I can't stop thinking about what we had. I know I messed everything up, but I'm a different person now. I was lost and I made the worst mistake of my life. Being with him meant nothing compared to what we had. I miss you. I miss us. Please, I'm begging you to give me another chance. You have no idea how sorry I am.
I appreciate you reaching out. I've moved on though. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Moved on? Don't you dare say that to me. You think you can just walk away from me like I'm some kind of mistake? If I can't have you, no one will. You belong to me. Don't forget, I know everything about you, and I'm not afraid to remind you of that.
I'm not interested in threats. I hope you find peace. We're done here. Ah, yes, the classic, I want you back, but you don't want to be back with me? I know, I'll threaten your safety. That'll make you want to date me, and that'll be a healthy relationship. Yay! Like, what did she think she was going to gain from this? This is how you gain a restraining order, a criminal record, never being able to see that person again on any kind of terms. The opposite of what you want to achieve, basically. Gave my number to a lady at church that I was told was in charge of coordinating ministry programs and events. I later found out that was a lie, and she was not involved in any of that.
What are your thoughts about being with someone who is cute in a broken kind of way?
Wow, starting off with the biggest of red flags. I'm not really sure I understand what you're talking about, but if you're talking about yourself, I hardly even know you.
It's just that I'm cute, but broken.
I'll have to take your word for it, but I really don't understand what that means, and hardly know you.
Okay. What are your thoughts on tattoos? I have 6 and wanted more, hehe.
I don't care for tattoos.
Well, I don't care what you think about them. It's not a problem of salvation, so I'm getting more.
I never said that it was, I just don't like them.
Well, I don't need your approval. I'm getting more tattoos.
Okay.
Quit being so intense. You're taking your faith too seriously. Nobody is going to like you because of that. Hello? Talk to me. To think I was going to sleep with you, but you up and ghosted me. Piece of crap. No woman will ever love you like I would have. Whatever.
I'm going to have to ask you not to message me anymore. Thanks.
Whatever. Leave. F*** you. You're worthless. Nobody will like you. You should hang yourself.
Did you just change your number to contact me again?
Stop blocking me.
Stop changing your number. Oh, wow. Yeah, so there's a lot to that one. Her literally going so far as to change her number to keep contacting him after he's blocked her. The fact that there was a lie to even get him to contact her in the first place, that one's sketchy. But also, like, so she's trying to hit on him, and she's like, oh, I'm broken. And yeah, you didn't need to tell us. That became very abundantly clear. But like, she goes, what's your opinion on tattoos? And he goes, I don't really like them, to be honest. And she goes, well, I don't want your opinion. This is not how you hit on someone. And then she says he's being intense after she's like, I don't need your approval. I don't want your opinion. I don't care. I'm doing what I want. Quit being so intense. And then harasses him repeatedly and keeps messaging him after he's asked her not to contact him anymore and has blocked her twice. Yeah.
Why are you ghosting me?
I thought you weren't into me.
You're supposed to try a bit. Work harder.
I don't play games.
OMG, why don't you try acting like a man?
Bye.
Really? Stop being immature and just take me out again.
Bye.
You're a piece of shit. Get over yourself. Can we start again? There's a nice steakhouse I'd like to try.
Oh, good. Yes. So, the first thing is, I didn't think you were into me. Try harder. No. I really hate this mentality of like, oh, if I pretend that I'm not into you, you need to try harder. No, if you pretend that you're not into me, I'm going to assume you're not into me and move on. I don't care about these bullshit, petty little immature games. And then she calls him immature for being like, no, I'm just going to respect that someone doesn't like me.
Oh, stop being immature. Be a man. Take me out again.
No, you've just insulted him twice. And now you're like, take me out again. And then you insult him a third time and then go, can we start again? I really want you to buy me dinner. Like, no, stop with these pathetic, immature little games. That's not how you get dates, and that's not how you end up in a relationship.
You should put it on my coffee run.
Put it on my coffee run is crazy.
I don't think it's crazy, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I know for some of you it's crazy.
I mean, we can go on a date sometime.
Yeah, I love that. And I want coffee right now.
Then you can get coffee right now, lol.
Is that why we stopped talking? I couldn't really remember why we stopped talking, but I know I can get it on my own. If communicating with somebody is the same as me doing everything on my own, I might as well be on my own.
I don't remember why either, but I'm not funding someone right off the bat.
I think that's why.
What is it you're actually looking for? To actually date or someone to pay your way?
Don't worry about it. I could understand if I asked for rent, but like I said, everything is crazy for y'all. I can't, lol.
Okay.
It's funny that you ask what I'm looking for. What are you looking for that you think getting someone coffee is funding anything? You should leave women alone if getting a coffee is a trigger.
I hate these. The entitlement to even just ask someone that you've just started talking to, buy my coffee. Not even on a date. Not even pay for my food or drink at a date. Buy my coffee on a coffee run that you're not involved in because we've just started talking online. No! Who thinks that that's acceptable? Who thinks that that's an okay, normal thing to do? No! That's not gonna happen. I don't get it. I don't get how someone can be this entitled that they think just asking for someone to pay for their food is just a normal, okay thing to do. Why? Why would he do that? And then to be like, it's crazy that you think that that's like a weird thing to ask. It's crazy that you want to be in a relationship but wouldn't pay for someone's coffee. Like, I'm sure if he was in a relationship and he went to get coffee with someone, he might pay for their coffee. That's not a crazy thing to assume. But to just be like, oh, you have to pay for my coffee that I'm going to get on my own off the bat right after we've started talking is crazy. Hi, I saw that you said you like aquariums. What do you keep in them? I have a few myself, but mostly guppies and turtles.
Hello, I have some Dalmatian mollies at this time. I only have a 10 gal, definitely want to upgrade sometime.
I used to have a lot of mollies too. They overbred, kept getting smaller and smaller and ended up with a lot of deformities. I switched to guppies after that. I used to have a 10 gal tank with mystery snails too. They can be put in with mollies and they're really cool.
How much do you make?
Why?
I need to know if you're worth dating.
What does my income have to do with that?
Just send me a pay stub or bank statement or something. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I'm not sending that.
How would I know you're not some broke fat neckbeard in your parents' basement if you don't tell me what you make?
Sorry, but this is not going to work out.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm worth more than you. I don't need no broke-ass fat Cheeto boy who lives in a basement.
Okay.
I would have been the best you would have ever had. You blew it, Cheeto boy.
Okay. Yeah, the best he would have ever had. Some crazy psycho who instantly asks for his pay stub and then insults him when he doesn't want to give it to you. Yeah, you were gonna be the best relationship he ever had. Sure. It always goes. I hate it when it just immediately starts like that. But then she has the audacity to be like, how dare you talk to me like that, when all he said is, this isn't gonna work out. After she has immediately started insulting him, and he goes, this isn't gonna work out. And she goes, how dare you talk to me like that? The fucking audacity. I don't get where these people get this audacity from. Where do these people get the courage to act like this from? Because they definitely don't have anything to back this behavior up.
We need to find a better way to talk about feelings. Some way that we don't blame the other. Let me just say that this was me trying to be nice without you asking, and you didn't even seem to realize it. So yes, it upsets me because I'm actively trying to do what you want and you don't even acknowledge it.
Can you see the irony of those two messages back to back?
No, I can't.
We need to find a way to talk without blaming each other. Immediately starts blaming them for things. Yeah, that's good job, you did it. Oh. If that wasn't the only sign you needed to get out of that relationship, I don't know what more you could need.
Coming.
I'm in the white seat. Seat Ibiza. Just got home. Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. You seem like a nice woman, but I just don't feel a romantic connection.
Sorry, that last part? You mean you don't feel one?
Unfortunately, yes.
I don't feel one. That's why I never messaged, and I walked out. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Can I give you advice? In fact, never mind, you knew I wasn't bothered. So you're going to say all this. I get it. You didn't want to look stupid or embarrass yourself. You invited me to yours like 2 times, and it was all off your own back, and even told me you liked me. Cool, I'm done here. Man, that's all I can say. It's far from unfortunate to me. I see why you struggled in dating/intimacy.
The classic, oh, you don't like me? I didn't like you first. Obviously, you just knew that I didn't like you, so you're saving face by saying that you didn't like me first, so that I couldn't say that I didn't like you. I don't have anything to add to that. She's playing 4D chess right here. And that's where I'm going to end the video. I hope you have enjoyed, everybody. I really do. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of the YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of your names are on screen right now, and it genuinely helps so much. Legitimately helps so much. I'm going to talk a little bit about Adobe now, but feel free, if you're not interested in that, to just like click off the video, I guess. But I want to talk a little bit about why I quit Adobe. I have a few reasons, so we'll talk about that now. The first big reason, and this actually coincides with patrons, and that is cost. Previously, I had a student discount with Adobe, so Adobe was around £20 a month, which given Patreon was earning me about that much. That was affordable. I was okay to pay that. That ran out recently, and I wanted to see how I could do with paying for Adobe products at the full price, but it's like £55 a month, over £600 a year, which is so much money. This is the biggest reason, is money, because that is absolutely an insane amount of money. I just can't afford that. That is genuinely just so much money when you consider, right, DaVinci Resolve is free. The base version of that is free, and then the pro version of that's like £250, something like that, to get it permanently. And then for Photoshop and Illustrator and that kind of thing, there's Affinity Photo and Affinity Design. The full package of that for a multi-platform license is like £160 one-time payment. You combine those together and you've got like 8 months of Adobe, which really puts into perspective how insanely expensive Adobe products are. I genuinely just cannot justify paying that. Like, for convenience of using a software I already know, £50 a month is insane. Insanity. So I cannot justify paying that anymore. I simply just cannot justify paying that anymore. The next reason is just Adobe's lack of actually listening to the community and releasing updates and things that people actually want. There are bugs in Adobe that have been present for years, for actual years, like since before I even started using Adobe over 5 years ago. There are bugs that still exist, that still happen, and they haven't fixed them. But instead, they'll release really arbitrary updates that change things no one has asked for, and in some case, make things more convoluted than they already were. But DaVinci Resolve, on the other hand, actually listens to the community and updates based on things that people actually want. They release features that are useful to people. So that's another big thing, like the willingness to listen to what people actually want and to actually update the platform in a way that is beneficial does not align even close to the amount of money they ask for it. It's not even close, which makes it really hard to justify staying on there. And then the third reason, when we get to their awful practices, it gets to a point where I'm like, you know, even if it was cheaper, I was already like, do I want to stay with this company? You know, one of the biggest things is their new AI stuff. So they've got generative fill on images where you can expand images or circle out things and replace them and do all this stuff using AI. And it can be a useful tool, but the way they're getting that data is not okay. And they're now releasing generative fill on videos, which again could be really cool, but the way they're getting it is not okay. Essentially, when you use an Adobe product, you sign a thing saying you're allowed to use all of the stuff I make against my will to train AI. The only way to opt out of this is to not use Adobe products. You are simply not allowed to keep using Adobe products and opt out of them using your stuff to train AI, which is so incredibly wrong. It's literally just stealing from creators without those creators having any other option. And to add to that, they have an early quit policy on their things. So when you sign up to Adobe, you sign up for a year and then you pay that year off monthly, okay? If you want to opt out of Adobe early, you have to pay half of the remaining year. For me, I had to pay about £300 to drop out of Adobe or continue paying £50 a month. So basically they go, you have no choice but to let us gather your information. And if you want to opt out of that, you have to pay us to opt out or pay us for the privilege to steal your work. What the fuck, Adobe? What the actual fuck? It took me an hour of talking to a human being to get them to let me cancel my subscription without having that early opt-out fee. I had to say no to other offers 5 times where they tried to offer me deals or other things or other products or other ways to use Adobe products for less money or to just use the products that I wanted. They tried to offer me things over 5 times and I had to say no every single time. And every single time I said anything that they had a chance of latching onto to get more money out of me, they tried. They did cancel my subscription after an hour of talking to them. They canceled my subscription and didn't charge me. And if you want to quit Adobe, do that. Talk to someone. Don't just quit and pay the fee because that fee. But genuinely, like, that was the biggest motivator for me. I was still kind of unsure if it's what I wanted to do when I was quitting Adobe. But now, having just had them try and keep me on and get more money out of me and rinse me for more money just by quitting their software, that has convinced me that I don't want to return to Adobe. It's going to be slow starting out on a new editing software. I'm going to be using DaVinci Resolve and I'm going to have to learn a new editing software. My editing is going to be slow and the videos might feel a little bit different for a little while, but I'm willing to go through that to not pay over £600 a year to have my stuff stolen and used for training AI. You know, Affinity Pro, right? Affinity Photo and Affinity Design gives me 6 months free trial. 6 months for free to try their software to know if I want to buy it at the end of that 6 months. In 3 of those months, not using Adobe software, I will have saved up the money to buy Affinity Pro, their full suite. I mean, That's insane, right? And like in another 3 or 4 months, I'll have saved up enough money to buy DaVinci Resolve by not paying for Adobe. This is a long run, so I'm gonna cut it short here. But like, yeah. So basically, apologies if things start out a little bit weird while I'm learning DaVinci Resolve. It's gonna be like that, but hopefully by the end of this, I will have more money to put towards more things I want to use on the channel, like better lenses for my camera, or better recording equipment, or just other things that I want to do on the channel that I will be able to finance because I'm not spending it on Adobe, you know? But the biggest of thank yous, as I've already said, to my YouTube members and patrons, because you guys were funding me using Adobe in the first place, and you guys meant that when my subscription went up to £50 a month, I wasn't instantly rinsed of all my money. So thank you so much to everybody that does support me there. That's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. Apologies for this rant at the end. Other than that, as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.